yeah 항상 있어 필요 없는 GPS
You're listening to K-Poppin' every day 12 to 2 p.m. The fastest K-pop news with DJ Isak.
Ugly Truth. It's Friday. It's time for Ugly Truth, and we have Sooyoon in the studio.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I like your hat.
Thanks.
It's super cute.
Yeah. It's I actually got it from a fan. It's a couple. I mean, not couple. It's a matching.
Oh yeah, it matches your scarf and your hat.
Scarf and that.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, they're so sweet.
That is the cutest thing in the world. I never thought that Sooyoon would be this cute.
I like your fur.
Yeah, thank you.
Fur thing.
It's very comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the weather's cold in the morning.
Yeah.
And then it's been kind of warming up in the afternoons.
Sunny.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah.
So by the time I come into the studio in the morning, it's still freezing. But by the time I go home, it's kind of warm. So today I decided to plan ahead. So I have a jacket, but I feel that I'm not going to need the jacket because of my nice fur vest today, which is not real. You guys can tell it's not real, right? It's not real. I don't have enough money for real stuff. But it's Friday again.
Yep.
And we've got some... So last week, to start off the year, we had some pretty difficult ugly truths.
Right.
Stuff that wasn't very, like, black and white, where we could just, like, we feel that this is really what you should be doing.
Yeah.
Really hard stories. This week, kind of the same.
Yeah.
It looks like they're pretty long, and we've got some complicated stories going on. So let's try to break up our first story.
All right.
From the U.S., it's anonymous.
Okay. This is my first time writing a message for Ugly Truth.
Thank you.
Yay. In high school, I used to have a really good group of friends, and we even knew each other from middle school. In my second year of high school, these friends began to spread rumors about me and about the other people in the group. The rumor was so bad, I turned away from these friends and I started to ignore them completely, even to this day. This rumor left a huge scar on me, and it's been following me even to this day, and I'm no longer friends with anybody. Then I studied abroad one semester in the university, and I tried to make new friends, and the day before I left the country, they also spread rumors, and this really hurt me, and they never said anything to me. And I felt, and I never used them, but I guess they started to spread rumors about me, about that. And I know there are more rumors about me that others didn't want to share with me, and it seems like they're really bad. And to this day, I only have one close friend, but we're long distance, and I don't want to get hurt anymore, so I don't make new friends anymore. So, should I let these rumors get to me and just don't have friends, or not be friends with them, or should I try to find out about these rumors and forgive them and forget about it?
Am I the only one that thinks it's awkward that every time she makes friends, there's rumors that spread around her?
I don't know.
Is it... I don't want to make you feel bad.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming you. But there might be something that you don't know that you do that causes the people around you to spread rumors about you. So, before A and B here, I'll give it to you this for our listener from the USA. Now, every rumor technically has its truth.
Yeah.
to it, especially in the K-pop world. If there's a rumor up somewhere about somebody, there's some truth about it. So I actually was called out my first year when I was promoting my album.
Yeah.
So you have the special thanks section in your albums.
Right.
Well, it wasn't on purpose, but for me, all the trainees that I was close with and all the friends that they had at the time were all guys.
Yeah.
So I have to admit that a good 80% of my special thanks was somebody with, and it said oppa on there. Because there were guys they were older than me, but they were friends. They really did help me through my trainee years and school friends and whatnot. So I went to an interview. Yeah. And one of the hosts was just like, so what's up with all these guys in your special thanks? And I'm just like, girls are backstabbers. That's why I don't have any girlfriends. Yeah. So I only have guys that are around me because I didn't want to deal with the drama. Now, since then, I've had this quite rumor that, Isak's always, she always has guys around her, which is true. I take guys' friendships a lot more to heart than girls' friendships because a lot of girls do stab you in the back. But obviously, there's some truth to that rumor. It's true. I do have a lot of guys around me, but there's a reason behind that. It's not what most people think. Now, I don't know how bad these rumors are, but I'm guessing that there's obviously a reason why these rumors are starting, like mine. Whether it be either misunderstanding or something that you might want to look back and are you proud of it or not? Sooyoon, what do you think? I mean, because this is all I got from the story.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that rumors spread because there are something, some truth about it. I mean, even it doesn't matter if you kind of meant it or you didn't mean it. Some actions that you took, I think, probably made people think differently about you.
Okay. I mean, a lot of celebrities, you hear, through the grapevine, they're really stuck up or they're really nice. There are incidents that happen that could become a building stone for these rumors, Sooyoon is saying. Whether you did this intentionally or not. Right.
I mean, for me, if I'm not really good with making close with people in the beginning, and I'm just pretty much quiet usually when I meet new people, and they might think I'm kind of stuck up. Yeah.
I mean, we had a really big image change for Sooyoon. Yeah. when Sooyoon first became our guest, we were honestly quite worried because every time we had RP in the studio, Moon and James always talked. Sooyoon never talked. And we never knew that he could talk this well because he even says he's just very quiet when he first meets people, which is kind of bad for this job, but I mean either way it's his personality. But I mean as you fans around the world, you've seen that Sooyoon has opened up a little bit more on the show, so I mean there's always something that starts a rumor. It's not just fabricated out of thin air. Rumors about people being cheap or stuck up, there's something about them that brings that kind of conclusion through other people. So in my opinion right now, I think that I'm not completely for B, but I think that you should get to the bottom of these rumors. So B, but still stay friends with them and forgive and forget. That's not to the extent of that. It's just, I feel that you should maybe get to the bottom of these rumors because in the end, they actually might not be that bad.
I mean, you should figure out why these kind of rumors are spreading. Maybe people it's this whole thing is just misunderstanding.
Exactly.
And you can maybe figure it out with them. Or if not, then, don't be friends with them. But at least you can figure out why these rumors are spreading and you can kind of prevent them from happening again.
If it's something about your personality or something that you can fix, I think that finding that out now is the best. So forgive and forget, but not necessarily to that extent. But I would go for the first part of B for you. I think getting to the base, that root of your rumor.
You need to confront
that. Yeah, confronting that would be, I think, the best thing to do. Well, this is open up for our listeners. What do you think? I mean, we could be wrong. I mean, that's all I could get from the message when Sooyoon was first reading it, though, honestly.
Yeah.
People tend to be repetitive, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
We were repetitive. And maybe that repetitiveness started showing something different in your friendships.
Yeah.
And so that ended up becoming rumors. I don't think all rumors are bad, though. Just because they're called rumors doesn't mean they're bad, in my opinion.
I mean, but I feel like in any group of friends, especially among girls, there are gonna be some rumors going on. I mean, even group of guys, there are rumors, but like less, I guess.
I still say that guys are a lot more relaxed and laid back than girls are. It's just girls, there's so much drama.
Yeah, I think the reason why is just guys just don't care
They
about
don't care.
other guys.
Exactly.
They're like, oh, James is blah, blah, blah. It's like, who cares? Who cares about James?
Well, and also the biggest thing about gossip or rumors is the person who's telling it wants that attention. So how do rumors and gossip start getting out of hand? Have you guys ever played telephone? I think this is something that a lot of younger kids do not.
What is that?
Telephone. So we used to play this in my school.
Yeah.
I will whisper something in your ear. So let's say I'll say K-popin.
Yeah.
I'll whisper K-popin in your ear.
Yeah.
And then you have to think of what I said, and then you have to pass it on.
I see.
And then you find out what the word is when it comes back. Trust me, 9 times out of 10, it becomes something completely different. Now, mostly when it comes to gossip or rumors, let's say Sooyoon is a weekly guest on my show, and him and I had dinner. Then the first person that saw us would be like, yeah, they're on a show together. I guess they were having dinner. But then she told her friend. Now her friend was like, oh my goodness, did you know that DJ Isak took Sooyoon out to dinner? It looks like she's interested in him.
Yeah.
And then that's going to go on to, oh my God, they're dating.
Yeah, right.
So that's what ends up happening in this world of gossip and rumors. Is someone is always going to push the truth just a little bit more to get that 5 minutes of fame with their friends. So I think that there is a little bit of a truth to those rumors. So let's try and find out what that truth is. So for both of us, it's Team B, but for our listeners, it could be different. So Team A or Team B for you. Please send that in to us. Again, Team A is, should our listener just kind of be anonymous? Or our anonymous listener, just kind of forget about it. Just let those people be who they want to be, and then I'll just try to find new friends. Or should she get to the bottom of this and find out what's going on? Not forgive and forget, but at least try to figure out what's going on with the rumors. Sooyoon and I have agreed with B, so send in your choices, A or B, for us. In the meantime, since our story is about an anonymous person, or anonymous listener, we have Sunny's track, 아는 사람 얘기, a story of someone I know. It's not my story. It's a story about somebody I know. We're going to take a listen to this track, and we'll see you guys after this with our next story.
All right.
내가 아는 사람 얘기해 줄게. 며칠 전 사랑하는 그녀와 헤어진 주위 그냥 아는 사람 힘들고 많이 슬퍼하던데 너는 어떻게 생각해 내 얘기는 절대 아냐 그냥 아는 사람 얘기 그는 그녀를 너무 사랑했대 1년을 넘게 만났어도 반하겠대 여자들 앞에서 싱글이라 하던 그가 친구들에게도 자랑했대 이뻐 보였나봐 그의 엄마가 어릴 적 날마다 해준 말마다 나 머리부터 발끝까지 넌 버릴 구석이 없다고 그 정도로 좋았었나봐 매일 밤 택시 타고 그녀를 데려다 주고 그는 막차 타고 집에 돌아와 수고스럽지만 1분 더 있고 싶어서 손잡고 있음 걱정 녹아내려서 그렇게 둘은 행복했대 여기까진 소리 좋잖아 행복했대 근데 그 사람이 누구냐고? 그냥 아는 사람 내가 아는 사람 얘기해줄게 며칠 전 사랑하는 그녀와 헤어진 주위 그냥 아는 사람 힘들고 많이 슬퍼하던데 너는 어떻게 생각해 내 얘기는 절대 아니야 아냐 그냥 아는 사람 얘기 뭔가 이상했대 어느 순간부터 가까웠던 둘 사이에 어색함이 줄곧 왜 그런지 대체 모르겠더라고 후회 알고 보니 되게 멀리 떠난다고 그녀 울면서 이제 그만하지 하얀 손끝에 가재처럼 매달려봤지만 더욱 아파하는 모습에 집게를 놨네 나는 말해줬어 인정해 그녀 널 사랑하지 않아 아냐 몇 번이고 부정했어 애써 배고픈 거지처럼 구걸했지만 그녀가 준 건 사랑 아닌 동정 나 너무 슬퍼 나 방금 나라고 했니 너무 감정이입했나봐 이해되지 근데 어떻게 이렇게 자세히도 하냐고 친하거든 내가 아는 사람 얘기해줄게 며칠 전 사랑하는 그녀와 헤어진 주위 그냥 아는 사람 힘들고 많이 슬퍼하던데 너는 어떻게 생각해 내 얘기는 진짜냐 그냥 아는 사람 얘기 누군 이런 일도 있다 해서 그냥 아는 사람 얘기 참 별일이야 유치하잖냐 그냥 아는 사람 얘기 넌 근데 어떻게 생각해 그 남자가 어떻게 해야 될 것 같아 잡아야 할까? 포기해야 할까? 나 너무 진지한가? 네가 아는 사람 얘기해줄게 며칠 전 사랑하는 그녀와 헤어진 그래 지금 나란 사람 힘들고 많이 슬퍼 그러는데 이걸 어떻게 해야 해 아니다 아냐 그냥
So we've got you, our listeners, sending in Team A or Team B for our first listener. I will give you the story updates in just a little bit. But let's move on to our second story.
All right. It's from Norway. Embla.
Yeah, Embla.
From
Norway.
All right. Firstly, hi. I usually don't get to tune in because it's 4 a.m. here, but I couldn't sleep. But yeah. So I'm going to write about something that's been bothering me. When I try to sleep, I always think about what I have done something wrong or something that I regret.
Okay.
And now I'm just afraid of my family finding out. Like, seriously, I'm always nervous and I can't really look forward to anything, not even Christmas. I don't know what to do. I don't want to continue like this.
What everybody does before they sleep. I know that, Sooyoon, you're a night owl.
Yeah, I am.
I know that because of our show, this is like the earliest you wake up in the week, probably.
Right.
I even texted you yesterday, and thank you for that reply. Thank you. At like 5 in the afternoon. So obviously you're a night owl.
Yeah,
so I mean,
I am.
sleep is something that obviously is going to bother you if you have to wake up early the next morning.
Yeah.
So, what normally happens when you try to fall asleep? Is it very similar with our listener from Norway?
I usually just wait until I become sleepy, but if I have to kind of go to bed early because I have schedule next day, I try to kind of force myself to become tired, I guess.
Okay.
So I just usually I just work out so that my body gets tired.
Okay.
Or I yeah, it's just, I know, like, sometimes I feel like I think too much before I sleep. But these days, I just kind of mind control.
Okay.
Yeah, just to not think about anything before I sleep.
Okay. So just kind of clear your head before you sleep.
Yeah, but these days, I've been just too tired. I just
been knocking
fall
out.
Yeah, I just fall asleep right away.
Now, I feel that for Embla, I think girls are like this a little bit more.
Yeah.
We get really sentimental before we sleep. I don't know why. No, I've done this too. It's not just like, oh, what I have to do tomorrow. It's not like my daily task. I'll just lay down and be like, oh my God, why did I say that? Say, oh my God, why did I do that? It's like, wait, let's say I did something, when we're younger, like let's say I broke the vase, but nobody knows who broke the vase. We just found that it was broken. So like the blame has been going around and people have been pointing the fingers at each other, but I know that I broke it. And I'm just like sitting there going, like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Do I tell them? Do I not? Do I tell them? Do I not? I feel that Embla right now,
Yeah.
I don't know what's bothering you, but if it's eating you up that much, talk to someone. Now, if you don't want to talk to someone about it, write it down and burn it. I know that it sounds weird, but it helps.
Oh, really?
So I am super scared of people reading my diaries because I've had my diary read before when I was younger, and it's very traumatizing. So I don't write diaries anymore. But if there's times that I really want to kind of write something down and kind of get it off my chest, I'll either write it down on the computer, like I'll type it up, and then I'll just not save it. At all. So I just like write everything, and then all of a sudden I'll just like X. Would you like to save it? No. And all of those words just go bye-bye. Of course, some computer tech, if he was really good at it, can probably retrieve it. It's not something that a normal person would be able to retrieve off the computer.
Yeah.
Or if I write something down, I'll write it down, and then you can burn it or rip it up and then, throw it away. It does help kind of get the stuff off of your chest without actually having to tell someone about it if it's something that's super big. Have you ever had like maybe you did something or like you hit your brother or you broke your brother's like MP3 player?
Or I think like an year ago I've been having a hard time with insomnia because I just so much things just going on inside my head.
Okay.
Yeah. Or sometimes even the good part about it was that sometimes I would just think about random stuff and I would kind of think about melodies or song ideas, just a bunch of ideas. And I couldn't sleep like for like 2 hours and just in my bed, lights off. And I would just think about melodies and I kind of just get my phone and I record them and I just try to sleep again. But so many ideas comes to me again. And the bad part is just like this, I would regret all random things, all like a lot of things that happened before, and it would just build and build, So I think regrets aren't so helpful. Yeah.
I remember when I was promoting, I feel that I had the most insomnia because of stuff that I like. If I made a mistake on like a show that day, so let's say I was doing like a radio show and I was like a guest, and I said something, but everybody laughed, and I was like super embarrassed about it. I would be like kicking myself in the butt, like while I was sleeping. I'd be like, "Oh, why'd you say that? Oh, why'd you say that?" And I'd be like reliving it over and over and over again in my head. That's what the bad thing about insomnia is, and like just sleepless nights is like. For me, it's not so much thoughts. I'll get itches. Do you ever get like an itch attack before you sleep? I guess I'm the only one. Any of our listeners, if you get this, tell me. So this is what happens. You're laying down, you're trying to sleep, you can't sleep. It's not because you're like thinking of anything, you just can't sleep. So you're tossing and turning. Yeah. Then your nose itches, so you scratch your nose. Then you lay back down. Yeah. Well, then your forehead itches, so you scratch your forehead.
Oh, I think I've experienced that.
And then you just lay there. Yeah. But then like your finger itches. It's just like, what is going on? It's not like you're hot. It's not because you're cold. It's not because you used like new conditioner. It's not anything. It's just these random itches. Yeah. But, like before you're going to sleep, it's just like stop. And you're like, no, it's not itching. It's not itching. But then like your foot itches. So I have to like move and scratch my foot.
And there's this one. It's kind of so hot in the room, so I just kind of take off, my top, and then it becomes cold. I wear my shirt again, and it becomes hot again.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like. I feel this happens even in the winter though. Yeah. Like your mom will turn on the heater. Yeah. So you're hot when you have the covers on. Yeah. So you put your feet out. Yeah. And then it's cold. And then put your feet back in. Yeah. But it's hot. Yeah. And then that happens for like an hour.
Yeah. Right.
Those are some things that ends up happening. Yeah. Michelle from the USA, I can relate to not sleeping when I'm feeling nervous most of the time. The best advice I can give to you is to force yourself not to think about anything. I usually listen to relaxing music on my MP3 player. I have a go-to sleep list. By finding what can help you relax could help you sleep a little bit more. Let's see here. Carolyn from Malaysia. I think you can try to listen to some soothing music. Okay, so everybody is saying soothing music helps.
Meditation music is really good. Like on the YouTube, I just search meditation.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm really bad with this. So the only time I can't listen to music when I sleep.
Ah, really?
Yeah, I can't. And this is why. So a few years ago when I was younger, we would go on family trips and we would end up sharing rooms with like the entire family.
Yeah.
So my grandma and my cousin, they used to snore.
Oh, gosh.
Loudly.
Yeah.
Like very loudly.
Yeah.
And so on these family trips, I would put my earphones on and I would listen to music. So of course I would go to like the ballad list and like all these meditation music, like instrumentals, water sounds, natural sounds, like frogs and all this other stuff.
Rain.
What ends up happening is I'll fall asleep for a split second, but then I'll wake up and then I'll listen to the song again and then I'll fall. So I can't deep sleep with that kind of sound.
I see.
And then I'll tend to just be really restless the next day. So even now, like on the airplane, like to block stuff out, I'll try to listen to music. But in the end, for me, it never really works. What I've found out that's helpful is for Embla. It is kind of dangerous with scented candles, but anything aromatherapy really does help. They say that it's clinically proven that if you smell something pleasing to you, so any scent, fragrant that you really enjoy, before you sleep, you actually will sleep well and you'll actually have good dreams. So it actually prevents nightmares as well. So scented candles can be a little bit dangerous, maybe by the smaller ones, so that within like about an hour or so that they will naturally burn out. There's new lights. I actually even got a present. It's a light bulb and it'll burn your scented candle without actual fire.
Oh, wow.
So it just melts it with the heat of the
that's cool.
the light bulb. So there's those kind of night lights these days. There's so many different ways to relax with scents.
Yeah.
Smell good oils or lotion on your body helps.
Right.
So instead of music, for me personally, scents are helpful.
Actually, that's really good. Yeah. And also, what I did before was if I couldn't sleep, I would just not force myself. I would just get up.
Do something.
I would try to read a book.
Yeah, it's surprising. I love reading. But there are times where I'll open a book and be like, okay, time to...
And then another way I used was I would think that right now I have to go to work. But I suddenly, like, my body becomes more tired. Like, I don't want to get up. You know what I mean? Like,
I think that talks about how much stress you're under.
I would be like, oh, you have to, right now it's morning, you know, it's like 7 a.m. You have to get up and take a shower and you have to get ready and you have to go out right now. And then I would be like, oh, I want to be in bed.
Okay, so reverse psychology. Yeah. There you go. But yeah, reading would be a nice thing. I do actually have a few textbooks that I use.
Textbooks they have to be really good.
So if you have any textbooks at home, I think that'll be helpful. I remember I brought one of my textbooks from the States. It was my Japanese book. How to learn Japanese. Oh, that'll put you to sleep. It's like you open the book, it's like, okay, never mind. It's time to go to bed.
Yeah, and if you can't go to sleep, at least you're just becoming smarter.
Yeah, at least you're working on it. Madison, watch movies and TV shows because I always tend to fall asleep while watching a movie. So, I mean, obviously, sleeping rituals for everyone is very different.
Right.
So, I hope that Embla, whether you're listening to our live show or you're listening to a rerun of our show, hopefully this helps you a little bit. And at least one of these helps for you to kind of calm down.
I think it's totally normal for, somebody to just worry about something before they go to bed. Yeah. You get the most anxious, I feel, at night. Right.
And depending on whether you live alone or not, I think it gets even bigger.
Worse if you are alone all the time.
Also, when it comes to like nightmares and being uneasy, more nightmares come if you sleep later. So if you sleep earlier, those bad thoughts and monsters under the bed are not going to pop out.
Right.
For our first story, it looks like our listener has a couple of friends when she was younger and even now that are spreading rumors about them. And they've given us a team A where should, just let these rumors, get to me, let them take over, and then just no longer be friends with anybody. And just be kind of a loner. Or B, should they kind of get to the bottom of these rumors and not, forgive and forget, but at least, get to the bottom of the rumors.
Right.
Sooyoon and I chose B, but it could be different for you. So Team A or Team B. In the meantime, what we're going to do is listen to Goodnight Till the Morning, 잘 자요, 아침까지 by Sooyoon, and we'll see you guys after this with our next story.
Cool.
Oh, Mara was saying, okay, this song is making me sleepy, very soothing. I just might fall asleep in the middle of the show. Oh gosh, I just yawned. Yes, it is a very soothing track indeed.
Yeah.
It sounds like one of the songs that you would turn on, you would turn it around.
The toy.
Yeah, the toys. You would you would turn the toy or you would pull the teddy bear and it'd be like, All right, so we've got our last story from the USA.
All right, it's from Heather. There is something that is happening a lot lately. Well, I wake up and start my day off to a good start. Next thing I know, those around me are upset or they have an attitude. I feel once surrounded by this every day and everywhere around you, people are being negative. How can you possibly keep up with a positive mood? I mean, I can't just ignore it, but then they can get even more upset. So what can I do?
I think we were talking about negative people not too long ago.
Yeah.
And about their influence.
Right.
Yeah, I hate people with attitude too. I think everybody hates people with attitude.
Yeah. But I think in Korea, I kind of found out that once people get into, or in order for a person to get into a, like a 직장, like a working place, they kind of, they try to not show it, I guess, the negativity. And yeah, I've never really seen anybody with that negative attitude recently.
Okay.
Once I started working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, in Korea, it is kind of the culture to, depending on who you are.
Yeah.
So if you have enough ranking and you're high enough up, you can show attitude.
Right.
But if you're not,
which usually happens a lot.
So if you're low ranked or you just started working there, you're an intern or you're a newbie or freshman.
Yeah.
You can't really show attitude. But there is a Korean saying that you can't spit on someone who's smiling at you.
Right.
Which I feel is very true. So, I think I've become very thick-skinned. Some people might say that this is very sad, but I think it's become a pro for me. I never get upset at people who, in Korea with the replies, we call them 댓글 in Korean.
Yeah.
All those negative people with comments and whatnot. Oh, trust me, I think I've heard every single bad word in the book.
Yeah.
I've been called everything. Yeah. Just for taking a picture. So for me, something that I've helped kind of deal with it is if it's true, it hurts. So let's say, oh, how dare you take a picture with him and oh, you're so fat. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. I might not be as skinny as you, but thank you so much for giving me that comment. Now, if it is something completely untrue, like something that I have no, just properties over, I can't help it.
Yeah.
Then what am I supposed to do about it?
Yeah.
I mean, go for it. Give me the best you've got. I think I've just become a lot more thick-skinned to it.
Yeah.
But the positivity, like, and we said this in bullying as well.
Uh-huh.
If you don't give them the reaction that they want, it might actually help them change. So, if somebody's being really negative around you, just be like, give them a pat on the shoulder and be like, cheer up. Still not the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or like buy them a coffee and be like, here.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
I mean, people are not going to be able to, spit back at you or to throw back at you a negative, words or phrases if you're trying to do something nice like that.
Right. And there are some people that I can't, even if I want to be negative, I can't be negative in front of them because they're so like
bubbly.
And or if they're just kind of people who doesn't care. Like they wouldn't care anyways, so I wouldn't want to be negative around them. If I start something, I guess like, oh, I hate my life, and some people would be like, oh yeah, me too. Like these days it's like blah blah blah, right? But if somebody's just like, oh no, whatever, why? It's like I'm like, oh, I don't know, blah, blah, like I hate it, and they'd be like, okay, you hate it then. Then I can't like keep going on, Yeah. So if you become that kind of person, I think those negative people wouldn't be negative in front of you at least.
Exactly. So yeah, like Sooyoon was saying, if their person is negative, but if you don't give them a reaction, then they're not going to be negative with you.
Yeah.
I know that people who are a little too giddy at work or at school, they're just like, they don't know their place and they're just giddy.
Yeah.
Then that's a problem. But other than that, I think that for the long run, it would be better for you to, maybe be that person with the smile in the office or at school, or bring donuts in one day and be like, hey guys, happy pills. But if somebody was just like, even then somebody was like, oh, why'd you bring donuts? It's so fattening or whatever. Just be like, okay, then don't eat one.
Yeah.
And see how they react. See how they react.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just don't try to fight the negativity with negativity. I know that bad influences are a lot easier to adapt than good influences are, but there's still hope for some good influence.
It'd be so hard. Yeah. But there are always going to be negative people around anybody. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I think sweet stuff always help.
Oh, yes. Have a nice sweet tooth today or in the office or at work or at school. Yeah. And then maybe that'll help you.
Yeah.
Or give that person sweets.
Yeah. Or chocolate milk.
Yeah.
I heard James used to always eat sweets in high school.
Oh.
And one time he took so much sugar that he passed out.
That big tall guy passed out because he had too much sugar.
Yeah.
What? Did he like swallow a gallon of sugar or something?
I don't know. He took just so much candy that he passed out.
He probably went trick-or-treating and had his entire pillow's worth. Oh, dear Lord.
Just talking about sweets reminded me of that story. Yeah.
See, then you've never seen James be serious.
Yeah.
So I guess if you want to be like James, eat a lot of sweets.
Right.
Which is hard to believe because whenever he holds like his base, he's got like veins sticking
popping
out.
It's all like sugar.
Oh, I get. Oh, it's sugar pumping through his veins. So yeah, I mean, sweets do help. So yeah, buy people sweets. People that are negative, buy them sweets. Buy them like a latte with like like extra syrup in there. I don't know. Buy them a banana split or a sundae or a popsicle.
Yeah,
something sweet.
Or I think I saw an article about how coffee kind of helps you become more happy.
Oh,
yeah, like like a good amount. Like if you don't exceed the amount, I think it helps you to kind of get pumped up.
Okay, well the caffeine obviously probably helps.
It kind of, I read that it kind of helps you to become positive. Yeah.
Okay, so buy them a cup of coffee.
Yeah,
there we go. I think it'll be a better way to get on your good side. But either way, I think that the Korean saying is pretty accurate. There's no way that someone can spit on a smiling face. Right. It's really hard to yell at somebody that they're ugly or fat or stupid when they're smiling at you ever so innocent. Like, really? Okay. Now we got to go back to our first story. So our anonymous listener had some problems with a lot of, not just one group of friends, but a few group of friends about rumors spreading. And so they actually gave us the A or B that they should be doing. And the A or B is pretty extreme. Team A was to let the rumors get to them and just kind of live as a loner for the rest of their life. Or B, to get to the bottom of the rumors and then, forgive and forget. We didn't really agree on the forgive and forget part, but Sooyoon and I did say that Team B would be better to find out, the source of those rumors. There's always some truth behind it. And it looks like everybody agreed with us. Team B won this week. Cool. And Michelle, I'm going to give this to you from the USA. First, get to the bottom of the rumors because that's the last thing that you want is... because it's getting to you. Second, friends are meant to come and go. And if they are spreading rumors about you, well, they aren't really your friends.
Right.
No, there are people who like you for who you are. And it is possible to find a group of friends who appreciate you. So, Michelle will be giving you a prize. So remember to send in your name, number, and address. Our last track for today is going to be Jia with Let's Grab a Drink. 술 한잔해요. And we'll see you next week.
See ya.
Bye.